Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to reveal 7 genius psychological tactics inspired by Machiavellian strategy that can help you expose, neutralize, and outmaneuver manipulators. These aren't your average self-help tips. These are power moves, calm, calculated, and cold. Because in a world full of smiling predators and silent power plays, the person who truly understands human nature always wins. Machiavelli once said, "The wise man does at once what the fool does finally." And today I'll show you how to see through people's masks, turn manipulation into your weapon, and protect your mind with ruthless clarity. So if you've ever felt like someone was pulling your strings, this is where you learn how to cut them and hold them yourself. Let's begin. The first rule of power is simple. People expose themselves when they believe you agree with them. When a manipulator tries to provoke or test you, don't fight back, mirror them. Reflect their tone, their rhythm, their words, but keep your emotions completely detached. They'll think you're aligning with them, but in truth, you're studying them. You're diagnosing their patterns in real time. This is called the law of projection. People reveal what they hide when they see it calmly mirrored back at them. It's like handing them a mirror in a dark room. Soon their own shadows start talking. And the best part? You never have to say, "I know what you're doing." Your silence screams it louder. When they sense that they're being seen, not argued with, their control begins to break. Once you've mastered the mirror, your next power move is not about what you say, it's about what you don't. This is where real control begins. Machiavelli warned, never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake. Manipulators feed on your reactions. That's how they gauge your weakness. But when you pause, when you hold that silence, their rhythm collapses. That quiet moment feels like oxygen leaving the room, and in that discomfort, they reveal themselves. A well-timed pause isn't emptiness, it's a trap door, and when they rush to fill that silence, they expose their agenda. Learn to use silence like a blade, sharp, clean, and silent. Because the person who speaks less always hears more. But silence alone won't save you. You need something deeper, something that defines how far someone can go with you. The powerful don't beg for respect, they define it without ever saying a word. This is called the invisible line, an emotional boundary that never needs defending because it's never announced. You train others how to treat you not by what you demand, but by what you never tolerate twice. When someone crosses that line, don't argue, don't explain, just withdraw your attention. The calm withdrawal of energy is louder than confrontation. Manipulators chase control, but they can't chase indifference. Remember, the person who cares less always controls more. It's not cruelty, it's clarity. Once they realize they can't cross your line, the next move is to shift the battlefield entirely. You take control of direction without appearing to. This is where the illusion of choice comes in, one of Machiavelli's oldest strategies. When you want control, don't take it, design it. Offer options that both lead where you want. Psychologically, this triggers autonomy bias. People crave the feeling of freedom even when every path is built by you. For example, say, would you rather meet today or tomorrow? Morning. Either way, the schedule belongs to you. It's like giving someone the steering wheel, but the car runs on your GPS. This tactic turns manipulation inside out. They think they're choosing, but really, you've designed the illusion. Now that you've shaped the direction, it's time to understand the emotion behind their actions. Every manipulator runs on emotional fuel: fear, guilt, pity, or anger. They'll test which one makes you flinch. Before reacting, pause and ask yourself, what emotion are they trying to trigger and why? That single question switches your brain from emotional to analytical mode, and once you analyze, you can't be manipulated. Machiavelli called this the art of seeing beneath appearances. Emotional chaos is a weapon only if you pick it up. So instead of absorbing emotions, audit them, study them. Once you begin analyzing instead of reacting, you disarm manipulation entirely. And here's the twist. People hate feeling like they're being studied more than they fear losing control. But sometimes, even when you see the emotional game clearly, the most powerful move isn't confrontation, it's distance. Distance isn't weakness, it's strategy. Every manipulator depends on proximity to operate. The moment you step back, their reach shortens. Emotional distance protects your clarity. Physical distance protects your peace. Detachment isn't about coldness, it's about calculation. A lion doesn't explain why it walks away from barking dogs, it just walks. And ironically, the colder you become, the more they burn. Manipulators feed on your emotional energy, starve them. Your stillness is the end of their control. And finally, when all else fails, there's one last move, the ghost advantage, the most Machiavellian strategy of all. Disappear before they can predict your next move. After a conflict, don't text, don't explain, just vanish. This creates psychological dissonance. The human brain craves closure, and when you deny it, they can't stop thinking about you. Machiavelli once wrote, "The threat of power is often stronger than power itself." Your absence becomes their obsession. You don't win by shouting your strength, you win by becoming a mystery they can't solve. The moment you vanish, you become unforgettable. Your silence becomes their noise. And that's the paradox of true power. The less you react, the more control you gain. The colder your demeanor, the clearer your vision. The quieter your moves, the louder your influence. True power isn't about domination, it's about discernment. You don't fight manipulators with emotion, you outthink them with silence. Because silence, when used with purpose, becomes the loudest weapon of all.